Good morning.
Good morning. I had to put down my coffee because I was like, should I take a sip before he answers? I'm not sure if
I was sitting here at the cup just waiting. So
we're getting a little early start. So that's a good thing because we have more time then for this session number two of Three Cigars, our big rematch. And we hope that we left you hanging because based on the comments down there in the last video, people are like, "Oh, we're so used to two turns per." And I'm sorry for that. I had something to do in the afternoon, so we had to cut it short.
yeah, and I was not feeling very well, so it was nice that we had a short session last time. So, and hopefully we'll get that taken care of this
I
week.
hope so. Well, welcome back to anybody watching this after the fact. This is, as we just said, the continuation. We are going to be starting with turn number two of our second play of Three Cigars. And I just, when I fired it up here, I was like, I've got some things that are concerning to me. And going over the point schedule and everything, it's a little early for me to be super worried, but I just thought, if Roger plays like I play, then there's some things that I would be concerned about that I would do, taking advantage of maybe some opportunities here. But I think we left it in an okay spot, but the fortunes of war and all that. The one thing we do have to do, so do a quick summary here. We are on turn two, which is September 14th, and we will be adding the Harper's Ferry phase. So that's the first thing that we need to do. I know you were so excited to do it last time to see if mentally it could prepare you for
Yeah.
any big changes, but we're going to do it right now. So the only
Okay.
thing I have going in my benefit, I have sub 2 over on Loudon Heights, and I have Jackson on Bolivar Heights. So that is my lowly plus 2, and as we remember, you need a 12 or better. So that means I got to roll a natural 10 on 2 dice. So I'm going to do that now, and let's see if I can get as fortunate as Roger rolling an 11 on the first try. Here we go. A 7. So if I had the naval battery, I'd be sitting in Harper's Ferry right now. But I don't. So that's going to add a +1 to my next attempt in turn three. So we'll just have to. I'll make a little mark there. We'll add this to the log here for turn number three attempt. There we go. All right. So next time I'll get a +3 instead of a +2. So Harper's Ferry holds. I don't know what they're doing in there, but they're doing it.
Good lads. Good
That's
lads.
right. You want to discuss anything before we get underway? Do you want to just jump right in?
I'll just put out in a reminder that we're playing. We've got the six called the
Variant,
variant.
yes.
So you get a +1. I'm looking at make sure I don't remember what it was. +1. You get +1 cab retreat. +1 attack modifier. When attacking
With
Cav,
right,
and I get Pleasanton, and I can do 3 units at a
right.
time. So okay, so that's one. No, no, I don't think I have. I mean, I was kind of. I was just looking at it before we got started, and I was kind of shocked at how hard I pushed everybody, which I think somebody, maybe everybody, commented on. But I was taking advantage of that +1. Plus, I created that huge traffic jam on the national road, which is something I like to do. Is create
Oh,
traffic
sure.
jams. So,
Well, don't feel bad because
so
I remember in the first recording of our first playthrough, people said to me, "Hey, why didn't you push them harder?" So really, there's no right answer for
oh,
for who's doing it.
well, yeah, it all depends on movement, and that's always part of the game, right? I mean, it's part of being the general is trying to figure out how hard you push your guys, and how hard am I going to push them today?
Right, with
Very
everyone
well might depend
exhausted.
on
Yeah.
initiatives and Harper's Ferry
They're sending
still there.
very,
I have to.
very stern couriers saying, can't hold out much longer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And what do I do about that?
Right.
Because you get half of manpower points for surrender, which puts me in a hole. Excuse me. So I've got to think about that this turn as well.
Sure.
More to think about than I was anticipating when I woke up this morning.
Right.
So yeah, I'm done rambling.
Okay, well, hey, ramble on. Now's the time. The time is now. We're on our way. I don't have anything. I mean, my job here is to. Some people are going to disagree with this, but my job in this scenario is to react and to stave off disaster. And whether I do that with a forward defense, which sometimes I like to do, if I can do it. Obviously, the terrain here with South Mountain and eventually falling back to Antietam Creek, that the forward defense is how long can you keep the gaps, and is that 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, and then at what point do you make the break and fall back to Antietam Creek because they've been breached. And
Yeah.
that is a complete reaction to how well you, as you said, your die rolls, your initiative strengths, etc. I it would have been nice to have Jackson released now so that I don't have to fret about another turn or two at Harper's Ferry. But I'm okay with that. I mean, that's history. That's what he did. He
Yep.
was down there. He was wrapped up.
Yep.
And the only X factor in this game is Pleasanton, and you sneaking all those cavalry up there, and that might impact Lee and Hood and Evans and Kershaw. No, and Dr. Jones coming down from Hagerstown. And that's a decision point I have to make. Which way do they go, George? Which way do they go? Do I
Hmm.
go, try to do that forward defense and support everybody in the passes, or do I just go ahead and set up for Antietam Creek and perhaps get a turn or two where I can start building breastworks? Maybe. I don't know. These are all wonderful questions, and we hope you will stick around and watch to the exciting end of episode 2.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, we've done that. We have leader transfers now, and then we'll have attachments if anyone's got any after that. So why don't you go ahead and do your leader transfers?
Okay. First, I'm going to delete my turn 2 marker down here on Humphreys because he's crucial to my plan.
Crucial. Yes. If by crucial I mean walking
Every,
slowly in a straight line.
yeah, rolling 5 ones in succession. Leader transfers. Once again, George needs to be in 2 places at once if I need. I'm going to move McClellan up to hooker, and that's going to be it for my leader transfers.
All right. This might be the day that I consider. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The
Yep.
question is it worthwhile to have extra leadership there for multiple usage? And I think, let's see, they're all 2s, and I could really use some tactical. So I'm going to, this might bite me, but I'm going to transfer Lee and Longstreet down to Boonesboro. And that is really all. I mean, unless I want to move Jackson over to Lawton, but I don't because I like having the option of doing the blunt hammer and just fighting my way into
Mm-hmm.
Harper's Ferry. So I'm going to keep him where he is, and I believe that is all. So we move on to our attachments phase. If you've got anybody that qualifies for that.
No, and I guess something I forgot to mention last session. I needed to read like one more sentence in the rule book, and I would have seen the exception that the Union cav regiments cannot consolidate. So
Oh, that's right. And
that
someone
was
did point.
that was
I
my
think Holger might have pointed that out in our
yeah
last game. So I got the benefit of that.
yeah
Not that they did incredibly amount, but uh,
yeah. It was just my bad, and I just had to read one more
well,
sentence.
that's the way of all things, right? That's the way we always do it.
I read the exception. I was like, well, the exception didn't say anything, so it must be okay. And then the very next sentence was exception.
Oh, damn those Union cavalry!
Anyway,
Oh, all right. Well
so
then,
yeah, so no, I don't think I have any
oh,
myself.
okay. Let me see if I've got. So Colquitt, Garland, and Rhodes could potentially merge some of them up, right? Regiment can, or yeah, regiment can go to regiment in theory. Let's see. Parham and Sims could potentially come up, but you pointed out that sometimes having that flexibility of multiple units is handy.
Yeah, I have to admit the attachments and the subs almost I need to have like a tutorial from somebody to walk me through the how you make those kind of decisions because I'm not very good at it.
I am the same, even after these couple years I've been playing. So that might we'll make a note of that for a potential tutorial session at perhaps the next Winter Offensive or online session.
Mm.
I will. I'm going to merge Colquitt into Garland, and if for those of you watching this, if we are doing this in error, because as Roger said, you know we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here.
Yeah, I'm reading, but that doesn't mean I'm. Just because I can read doesn't mean I'm good
We
at
don't read good. All right, so I'm gonna delete Colquitt, and I'm gonna have Garland become a 4-2, and
and that's acceptable because there's a max of 7 for
okay,
brigades.
perfect. All right, well then I think that's the only one I'm gonna do for the. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the others flexible. So that's the only one I'm gonna do for right now, and then we just
Okay.
move on to our action cycle. So we'll each roll our initiative. I will wish you good luck here, sir, in turn 2.
Well, good luck to you.
And here we go. Ah, there's my 1. There's your
And there's a
6.
6 to start. A 6 to start. Well, your leader transfer.
I hope I've given you one small consideration. Yes.
Yes, it did. It didn't surprise me that you did it, but so yeah, we'll take Reno. We'll activate Cox, Sturgis, and Wilcox. So they all need extend marches. All going to T2. So first, here's their movement. Is a 3. We're going to start with Cox in the rear. No, actually, I want to start with Wilcox. Reno will stay with Wilcox. Here's his extend die roll. +1. He's okay. And he is just going to make. So that's going to be 1-2 to there. I'm not going to put up a flanks refuse marker for him. Okay, Sturgis will go next. Here's his extend die roll. He 6 +1 is a 7. He loses 1 manpower. Okay, he's just going to do a min move to Fox's Gap, and he has to stop because of the zone of control. Now do Cox's extend march. He's okay, and he can move 3 hexes. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative roll. 4.
2.
2. Okay, Hooker's gonna activate Hatch, Ricketts, and Mead. So they'll all need extend die rolls. Here's their movement, 1 die +1. Oh, nice. They can go 7 hexes. And here is Hatch's extend die roll +1. He's okay. And McClellan and Hooker will stay with Hatch. Sorry, I should have said that first. 1, 2 to there. There's Ricketts. Extend die roll. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2. Okay, so he's going into a mountain with units. That's a +3. He's moved 2, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's Mead's extend die roll. He does have to disorganize because it's +1. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. He has to stop. He does not have enough to get into, because that's a +3 to get into Sturgis's hex. Initiative 5.
It's getting precarious. Oh, man. This day already.
Okay. Yeah, we'll attempt an assault on DH Hill from Hooker's Corps with Ricketts and Hatch, bringing them both in. Here's the attempt. It's a 5. Hooker's a 6, so he can only bring in 1 fella. So it will be Ricketts. McClellan will attempt a grand assault. And of course, George fails the grand assault.
But we have the pass. Bring me the coffee.
So we're going in with Ricketts, who's a 9. So the type's going to be a +1. The ratio is 9-4, so that's going to be a +1. The tactical, I've got a 3. Yep, so it's no tactical. Artillery on mountain to mountain is a 0. You get a +1 because we're attacking mountain to mountain.
Right.
So it's a -1 for the mountain flank. Right in front of me, which I
You
think I
have.
have.
Let's go
So
through it. You've got starting with your current one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You've got all 6 covered. But
I start with the +2,
no, six.
but
6 is +4.
+4, yeah.
And then you'll take this one off. That's -1.
Yes,
And you'll take
30/10
that
off,
one
right?
off, right? Because of minus.
Because of the
Right.
restricted zoc.
Right.
So the final flank is a +2. So it's 4 up and 1 down for a +3 final.
4 up, 1 down. Yeah, +3.
Okay. I was hoping to bring in. Obviously, I was hoping to get one more pip from a ratio, but
Right.
well.
Right.
Here's the attack roll. 5. So it's 8 final.
There's the defense roll. 5 also, +3.
So +3 result.
+3 on 4. Is just a DR for me.
And I was at 9.
2 fatigues for you.
2 fatigues for Mr. Ricketts. So he just goes to fatigue 4.
2, 3. And he will just fall back to there.
Okay. Ricketts will take Zittlestown. Hooker will move with him. I guess McClellan will stay put, I think.
That could have gone so much worse. So
Yeah, that was. I'm pleased I got the gap.
Right.
So, good string of nits there to start. Initiative roll. A 1. This is yours.
All right. Let's see what we can do about this. Longstreet activate Garland to fatigue level 1. Here's their movement +2. 7. They will go 1, 2 to here. And we'll defend that opening. See if we can't play the Zoc control game. Initiative 4.
5. Go down to Franklin's core. Activate Smith and Slocum to fatigue 1. So no extend march needed. Here's their movement. There we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Initiative 2.
4. Alright, I'm going to activate D.R. Jones by himself up in Hagerstown. Here's his movement +1. There we go. Let's utilize this fine pike here. Go 2 spaces down the pike. Initiative 3.
2. Yours again.
I'll try that again. Here's his movement +1.
Wow.
We have got slows on day 2. All right, he'll go 1, 2. Man, I've never. Well, I can't say that. I've rolled a lot of 1s in my life, so this is usual. Initiative. There's another 1.
4. This one's mine. Yeah, we'll take Smith and Slocum to fatigue 2. Extend die rolls will be needed. Here's their movement. 6. Franklin will stay with Smith. Here's his extend die roll. He's okay. So he's going to go 1 to there. Here's Slocum's extend die roll. He's okay. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative 2.
5. We'll have
Yours.
Henderson march. And here's his movement. 5. Just go up into Weaverton.
Probably should have attacked.
Initiative 4.
4. Yours. Played the initiative game and lost.
I'll have Hood march. Here's his movement +1. There we go. Hood says, I'll go.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Initiative. 5.
3. Yours again.
So it'll go again. What's his movement? +1. Yeah. Go 1, 2, 3 to the mountain. Would you like to cav retreat? I have 4 movement points left.
You're on a mountain, but I'm on a hill, which means what?
Nothing because I'm coming from a higher elevation. But let's look at the terrain chart, shall we? Terrain effects: hill. Let's see. Unfavorable +1 when defending a hill, but 0 if attacked from a mountain.
Okay, so it's a 0. Okay, so I'm going to retreat.
A pleasant it is a sensible man.
+3 I might have stood, but I don't want to risk losing them both. So here's his retreat roll. It's a 2, so no
I just lost 1 from
manpower
right.
losses. Yeah, and I have to retreat further away. 1, further away. 2, 3, and 4 to there.
I'll just stay there in the mountain pass. Initiative 2.
6. Take couch to fatigue 2 with Franklin. Here's his movement. 1 die +1. He can go 3 hexes.
And none of them in the direction you want.
Yep. 1, 2, 3 to Berlin. Initiative 6.
That's yours.
Yeah. Oh, I need couches. Extended die roll. Sorry.
No problem.
5. He flips, which is fair because I would have rolled a 6 for the extended die roll. Dang it. So I should have attacked Anderson on the march at Knoxville, and I went for the hammer, and I didn't get the init, so I'm paying for it. Now I'm trying to figure out how much. I mean, if I use, you're now it's 2 for the mountain hex.
Right, and no artillery.
And yeah, no artillery, but I could have hit you with a. And so it's going to take at least
I was
2
surprised as well.
fatigues.
I'll just say that when you came rolled up with a 13 against a 4, and then you went right to Slocum, I'm like, oh, okay, he's going for the sure thing. All right.
Yeah, I should have just attacked you on the march and tried to get you out of there, and then I would have had this probably taken care of. I'm gonna take everybody in Franklin's Court of Fatigue 3. They're only gonna do first. I'll roll for movement just to see what I get. So I get a 5.
Might be worth it.
It might be
I'm
worth
not even
it.
going to say it because every time I do that, it works out in your favor. So whatever, do what you're going to do.
I think I have to do
At the mercy of the extend die rolls too.
Yeah, so we'll do. Franklin's going to move with Smith. Smith is going to go first. Here's his extend die roll plus 2. And he's going to go to disorganization, okay, which makes him a 9. So that's 1 to there. Franklin goes with him. His movement was 5, so he has 4 remaining. So if he made an attack on the march, it'd be a +1, +2 for ratio. It'd be an even attack.
Historically, well, for me, they never go so well as the Union. But for you,
But I could potentially disorganize you with this attack, and maybe even get you out of there with this attack.
The 1-2 punch.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to make an attack on the march with Smith.
Okay.
Against Anderson. So what I see is I have a type of a +1. Tactical is even. There's no artillery since you're on a mountain, so there's no flank. And the ratio is 9 to 4, so it's going to be a +1 for ratio. But then it's going to be a -2 for the mountain. Mm-hmm. So the final is an even attack.
An even attack.
Not what I like to do, but if I can get the supply open, that would be a huge plus. Sure. So here we go. Even attack. Here's the attack roll. The 6.
Charmed, man. Charmed. All right.
Well, let's see what you
I would
get.
like a 6 as well. Or a 5. I would not get either of those because why would I? So a plus 4
Okay.
on. Oops. Plus 4 on. I've got 4 in there, so that is right at the 1 DR of. But of course, it just gets better and better. And it's a route. All right. And a loss of a manpower. And I will give you a manpower of VP. And now I have to go there. And then I cannot go into either of these Zocs, so I must
Mhm.
go 2, 3, 4, and I will go up there to 5.
Okay, so I got a 4 on a 9. It is a fatigue. So he's done for the day. And he. Oh, interesting question. Do I leave him? Because if I put him into the mountain,
That's a traffic
and
jam. Yes.
that's a huge traffic jam where I can leave him there. Like it cost me 2 hexes instead of 3, instead of 4. So yeah, he's not going to advance into Weaverton. Here's Slocum's extend march +2. He's a 5, so he's okay. So Slocum's going to go 1, 2, 3. My movement was 4 to there, and he's going to stop. Couch extend march +2. He gets a 7 on a 12. Is going to be 2 manpower losses. And he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, the Weaverden gambit just failed,
Okay,
collapsed like a broken folding chair.
it's not over yet.
Mm.
Um,
Well, now I have to readjust on Harper's Ferry. It's like it may be time for brute force.
uh, think that's did all the extended die rolls. And yeah, I think that's it for that. So I think we're ready for knit. 4,
3.
3. Okay.
Remember how I said I like to react? I like to react. I don't like to scramble. And now you're putting me into scramble mode, which, that doesn't work out so well for the eggs.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think it behooves me to have Trimble support the Harper's Ferry operation. So he's gonna go to fatigue 1. He's gonna lose his entrenchments, which I kind of hate. He should be able to take his entrenchments with him. He's just gonna do a min move into Harper's Ferry. I think that takes that 1 artillery potentially out of play now that we've clarified the fort thing. Init 3.
1. Keep going.
Okay, Sumner's going to activate all 3 of his divisions. It's going to be Richardson, Sedgwick, and French to fatigue 1. Here's their movement, 1 die +1. Sumner. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Initiative 4.
5. Well, desperate times and all that. Kershaw will march. Here's his movement +1. 3. He will march in place. Initiative 4.
1.
Okay. Take Kershaw to 2. Movement. Damn it. Just never ever seems to work out. He's going to try a normal attack on Ford and White before that breastworks gets built. So before I make a normal attack, you do have the option to do a cav retreat, potentially to reduce my movement, make it worse, if you'd like.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that's probably a
I
good
mean, I'm
idea.
sitting at a 3 right now.
So
you would have a
he's a
minus.
small
Well, it's
force.
very
He's
very small, so -4, but you'd get the plus. You're defending a mountain hex. That would be the terrain bonus on that. So I think it's a -2.
might be worth trying it, I guess.
I
So
think
yeah,
a
we'll
natural
attempt
6 is
a
what you need, right? Yeah.
yeah, basically natural 6. So he's gonna get a fatigue. And he does have retreat options, correct? He can go, yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, he won't be affected by any retreats, so he can shoot out through 23, 21, or he could go up to yeah.
Okay, so here we go. 5. Not enough.
Okay.
So he's gonna go, and then he's got to go, and then he can scoot out this
Yeah,
way.
he won't be affected by anything.
4. Now he's got 2. He can go wherever he
Mm-hmm.
wants. 5 and 6 to
Okay.
there.
So we'll now still make our even attack because that brought it from a 3 down to a 2. So we can still
Yep.
make a normal. So here's a normal attack at 0.
Oh, Patrick.
Go ahead. Ah, it's a -3. Oh man. God. I need to change the name of this channel. Ah, wow. Okay, so 6 at a -3 is 2D. Man, I swear. Oh, and yes, there's our first mush. Welcome, mush. There you go. So I'm gonna lose 2 off of that. Boom, boom. Yeah, we'll give you 2 more. So now I've taken the lead in manpower losses. So you're, and he is completely fatigued for the day, and just a sitting duck. All right, initiative 1 again. Wow, it's uncanny.
3. Let's see if we can bring Sykes up. Take him to fatigue 1. There's his movement. He can go 3 hexes. We can go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative 6.
3.
Take Sykes to fatigue 2. He'll need an extended dice roll. Here's his movement. 6. There we go. Extended 2. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Burkittsville. Initiative 6.
Hey, I got a 6. There's a 6. I'm starting to lose hope. All right.
Yeah.
All right. McClaws has nothing better to do there now. So he will march. Here's his movement +1. 7. He will go to there. What would the 8th New York like to do?
Yeah, he's going to cab out of there, retreat. So he picks up a fatigue. So he's going to be a small force -4, but he picks up a +1 for creek, so it's a -3.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's a 6.
So I lose 1 manpower or 1 movement.
Okay, he can retreat.
4 sixes in a row.
1,
Hello, dice roller.
2, 3, 4 to there. He'll stop there.
Okay. So I had 6. So I lost. So I have 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, initiative 4.
3.
I'll have Evans march. Movement +1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative 3.
5. Mansfield will activate Williams and Green. Their movement. 1 die +1. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Initiative 1. That'll be yours.
2. Have Evans march again. Movement +1. 6. Evans will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to Mount Pleasant. Do our box method here. Initiative 6.
That's yours, yeah. It's always yours. 6.
Uh, you know what? I'm here to lose or win spectacularly. So Jackson is going to attempt a direct assault. His entreatments of surrender have been rebuffed by Ward, so he's going to activate both units, and they're going to attempt an assault. Here is the assault attempt. It's a 3, so they both can participate. So what we know about this Union Fort here is I get +1 for the assault, and that's it. So here is my attack roll, looking for a retreat. And with that, we will leave it hanging here. Yes, a cliffhanger episode. We will pick it up right at the end of the conflict here between Jackson and Harper's Ferry next time. So be sure to tune in next week for the continuation of the Battle of Harper's Ferry.